I'm gonna make a list of 20 things that I want to do / achieve before turning 20. In my personal experience, the transition from 18 to 19 has felt like a bigger deal than turning 18 did. There's so much emphasis on 18 being a big birthday and the beginning of adulthood that you're so full of anticipation before it even arrives. And then you realise that being 18 isn't really all that different to being 17, especially if you've already been drinking and know how to drive. The transition into adulthood wasn't as rapid as it's made out to be, and in my case at least, I put way too much pressure on myself to stop being a child. The best thing about a birthday is the birthday cake that you get to eat every day for breakfast, for like a week afterwards. In fact, 18 taught me the opposite. I started trying to do a Sudoku every morning with breakfast to just like stop me from going on my phone so much, which is so fun. I've done so many. I'm also trying to learn chess. I've got like an app on my phone and I still keep losing to literally like the most basic player on there, but I'm trying my best. I'm having fun, I'm just doing really badly. My mum made me a carrot cake for my birthday and it's so good. In the year I was supposed to grow up and exercise my new independence, found myself rebuilding connections with family, seeking joy in my childhood passions, and still going to my parents for a hug when I felt sad. In fact, the fear that engulfed me when I thought my childhood to be over actually made me stop and appreciate what it was I loved about being a child, so I could try and cling on to those joys. I naively thought that by 19 I'd have it all figured out after a solid year of adulting. And of course, I don't. Because what would be the point of life if I already knew all there was to know at age 19? I got this water bottle for my birthday. Best birthday present I received, hands down. I've literally been consuming so much water though that like I keep having to get up in the night for a wee, which I feel like will start to become a problem. It's just so much fun. Look at it. So cute. In all fairness to me though, 18 did teach me a lot, and I got a lot of living done in that time. I learnt that university was not for me. I realised that dancing was my true passion, and choosing a career that doesn't bring you joy is just silly, which is an epiphany I'm very glad that I had before doing the entire art degree. I also learnt that it's okay to be single, and that no matter how scary it may seem, it is always better than being with the wrong person. I also learnt that just because a decision hurts and feels like your world is ending, it doesn't mean that you made the wrong choice. Leading on from that life lesson, I also discovered how confident I am when I'm not being weighed down by a relationship that left me in a constant state of anxiety. It's taken me 18 years to realise that I am actually an extrovert, which is actually a pretty useful thing to know about yourself, it turns out. Then I went travelling and found out I do in fact rely on my parents a lot, even if I act like I'm an independent girl boss most of the time. I learned that you do need to remember to eat 3 meals a day or you'll feel very grumpy, that you should always do a last check before leaving a coach or a plane, that sun cream doesn't apply itself, and that when you're feeling ill you still want your mum, even if she's thousands of miles away. But now we move on to 19, my final year as a teenager. I have just made the best lunch ever. You guys are not ready for this. We had some leftover noodles. So I fried up some vegan bacon and added pesto, mozzarella and some olives. Don't know if you guys are seeing this properly. It's like a dream meal, like comfort meal times 1,000.
So good. Exactly what I envisioned. I just went on a date. No, you get me. Yeah, it was the second date with this person. And it seemed to go well. As you can tell from my smile. Yeah, it's really weird dating again. You know, I've been single for 8 months and the best 8 months of my life. Oh my god, when I tell you I needed to get out of that relationship. I think that I'm kind of like so traumatized from just everything before that I'm like really nervous, really reserved when it comes to dating again. So I haven't been looking for anything. But they asked me out on an actual date and I just thought, yeah, why not? So, you know, I'm just trying to see where this goes. I've gained so much happiness over the past 8 months that I know that I don't need another person in my life to provide that for me, because I already have it all. So if this works out, it will be a bonus, but if it doesn't, then I know that I'm going to be okay. Anyway, don't worry, I'll keep you guys updated, obviously. This needs more flavour. I don't know what it's lacking. Maybe I should have put more pesto in. It needs something. It needs a bit of pizzazz. I can't remember if I said before, but I really want to be able to do one of those handstands where you bring your legs up like that. And I can't. So basically, like every evening I come out here and try and fail and spend a lot of time sort of like upside down, wedged somewhere. So I am gonna have a stretch and maybe do something for my core, because I think that that's sort of also what's holding me back. I think it's the thought that 20 is less than a year away that's making this birthday feel like so much more of a milestone than 18 ever did. There is so much pressure to succeed and achieve that sometimes the thought of doing anything at all is paralysing, because what if you do it wrong, or what if it isn't enough? What is the point of doing this if it won't make me rich? There's no point in taking a class if you don't get a qualification, and there's no point in exercising if it isn't for a supermodel body. It's a mindset I constantly have to shake myself out of, even now. The need to achieve all the time has been so drilled into us that doing anything that doesn't result in society's idea of success is deemed as pointless. Me and my brother just got back from going wakeboarding and it actually went so well. It's another like life skill that I've just decided that like I need to know how to do. Like I'm not turning 20 without being able to wakeboard pretty much. Oh my gosh, also this is like my favourite snack at the moment. It's literally just cucumber and soy sauce. Please don't hate on me for it. Well, you can if you want. So good. Like in terms of nutritional value, there is nothing here. But yeah, I'm actually so chuffed that the wakeboarding is going well. I've just had an epiphany. I'm gonna make a list of 20 things that I want to do/achieve before turning 20. It was quite literally as I was filming this video that I came up with the concept of my 20 before 20 series that I've begun over on Instagram. I created a list of all the things that I want to do before saying goodbye to my teenage years, and I'm determined to just do them. They are things that have no greater purpose or meaning other than I've wanted to do it and haven't for a variety of reasons. It's so easy to make excuses not to do things you want to because you don't have the time or you have other priorities. I spent so much of my adolescence fighting for my life instead of living, and I don't want to waste my final year not fully living now that I have the opportunity to. So over the next few months I'm going to be documenting my 20 before 20 challenge alongside my usual mental health related content, in the hope that it inspires some of you to do something that you've been putting off and shows you that there is in fact a life worth living after mental illness. Today is a very exciting day because I have just received a package from Beautiful Earth, a jewellery company that has just released a new range of waterproof jewellery, which I need. Like, you know, I do not take my jewellery out. These earrings have been in my ears for longer than you guys want to know. But it does also mean that every time I go in the sea or I go in the shower, they get slightly more discoloured. These little star earrings, they started off as gold. They're not gold anymore. Same with my bracelets. These are the only ones that have lasted because all of the metal bracelets that I wear literally just disintegrated over time. So I get stuck with these very cute friendship bracelets, but I wouldn't describe them as classy. I will always try and be totally open with you guys. So this was a gifted collaboration. I'm not required to be doing this as like a whole integration.